Hey guys, welcome to Carbon's Classics. I'm Blake, and this is a 1967 International Harvester 1200B factory ordered on propane. Now, I plan to use this as the basis for saving our factory diesel truck some of you may know about. But don't worry, I'm going to keep all the propane kit for another truck, because that's rare and fun and unique. And before we do all that, I want to have a little bit of fun just looking at this as it is. This truck was about 4 hours west of me in the Rocky Mountains, and running and driving, so getting it home really wasn't that big of a deal. The only hiccups we had on the way back was some death wobble, and then about 20 minutes outside of town we lost the alternator. Hammer! Alright, let's see if this works. Little battery and bigger truck.
Tiny little guy. Okay. Moment of truth. Is she going to work? I don't know. And she's on.
My OSHA-approved battery hold down.
OSHA approved battery hold.
Perfect size.
Very nice. I kept on having scary images that your propane tank was going to catch fire and then explode while you were driving.
Blowing up?
Yeah. Oh, that sounded electrical.
Just kinda weird.
Hammer.
I know everyone that's watching this right now is crying because if they look at the fact that these are Nipex, which are really expensive, they'll be like, oh my gosh, not my snap-on tool. But anyways, this was given me for free, and
It's his fidget spinner.
and I'm just trying to get home, fellas.
He does have a whole thing of tools that you just saw, but this is more convenient.
This might not go anywhere. We'll probably make it home like this.
Yeah, right?
We made it all the way down, Eisenhower and all that. I didn't even have these tight
traffic.
going on. So,
It's crazy.
okay, you ready?
Yeah, okay. Bye, YouTube.
But all in all, it wasn't too bad. I mean, that's basically the best trip I've ever had, driving something home. And we didn't need a trailer or anything like that, so it was really convenient for me. So as some of you may already know, International Harvester was pretty much notorious for just having a bunch of options. And this truck is no exception to that. I even spoke with some old school mechanics who thought it was a little bit annoying because when they'd have an International truck in their shop, it'd be different every single time. But that gave you trucks like this. So we have the factory propane here, the tank. And you can tell this is a factory propane truck because for one, there's no spot at all for a fuel gauge. You actually check your fuel by either looking in the rearview mirror through the back or directly at the tank through this window, which I, might say is not safe, at the gauge there. It also has this, which I'm not sure is factory or not, but this is a coolant heater that runs off propane, just like a mini furnace or something, or water heater. I'll show you guys that in a bit. Another thing I like that this truck has is the optional upgraded heater, which gets you a bigger heater core and the right and left fans and stuff you can see there on the controls, and then there's the heater itself. So This thing will burn you out of here. Another option this truck has is the factory gun rack, seen here displaying a Browning Auto 5 and an International Harvester made M1 Grand. Under the hood, we can get a closer look at this propane kit. To start with, we have our gas chamber here. What this does is takes liquid propane in, and then under load, it will use the engine coolant heat to assist in the vaporization of the liquid propane. There'll be vaporization of the propane anyway at ambient temperature, but this will help it for load conditions. And that vaporized propane comes out this and goes all the way into the throttle body there, or the mixer, which has obviously the throttle body, but then there's also a valve in there that's actuated via engine vacuum to control the metering of the vaporized propane. Then you got your engine cut off here. This is what's going to shut off the liquid propane and kill your motor. And then as we were discussing inside the truck, this is that heating assist element. It's kind of hard to see, but at the very bottom there you have the vaporized propane in. Then you have an inlet and an outlet port for the engine coolant, and then 2 wires for an igniter, and the exhaust up here. So this will heat up your engine coolant if you'd like to. Now that gaseous propane comes off a different port in the tank. It's the tops of the tank, so that's why it's always gaseous, and you're not even using this whole vaporization because obviously you wouldn't need that while it's running. But beyond that, it's pretty much your standard spark ignition truck. You have the standard oil bath air cleaner, all the spark ignition stuff below. This truck has the optional vacuum assisted brakes, which is kind of cool, and a 4-speed behind it, much like all the other trucks, so pretty standard beyond that. So why would someone order their truck factory on propane? Well, back in the day, I've heard some farmers did it because they already had propane on the farm and they're kind of out in the boonies. It was cheap and accessible. And then I've seen some camper special trucks order factory on propane, probably because the whole camper's running on propane. Might as well just share it between the truck, right? And I'm sure there's some other edge cases, like, I don't know, if you're using a oxypropane torch a bunch, I don't know. Probably didn't warrant a whole conversion, but there's some other edge cases, I'm sure. But I think this truck's story is the most fitting of all, because this gentleman was running an appliance and heating company. So he's fixing furnaces and water heaters all day. He's used to fixing all this equipment, got all the tools and everything for it. Might as well just have the truck on propane as well. So I thought that was a cool part of the story. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this really rare factory propane-powered truck from the 1960s. You'll be seeing more of this truck when we save that really rare factory diesel truck with it. And then sometime in the future, I plan to put this propane kit back in another truck so we can keep using it as is. It runs great and it's in good shape. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.